Adventurers, we are about to be someplace that I love, and I can't wait. Okay, adventurers, we have arrived and parked Dimples. We're not going to be able to be here for very long because the campsites, though there are some available, are on a little ice mountain that I'm not about to tackle. So I wanted to make sure that since I was close by that I went ahead and stopped in at my favorite place, the place that changed my trajectory in life, the Grand Canyon. I love this place, and anytime I'm close by, I have to give it a little look-see. It's gorgeous here, and right now there's some snow. Okay. Anyway, with that said, we are fighting the sun. Let's get out to Mather Point. Have you ever wondered what it's like to go to the Grand Canyon when it's icy and snowy? Well, this is it right here. It's a lot more quiet than usual, and there are a lot of roped off areas. I don't know why exactly, but I get it. I get it. It's slick. Like this walkway right here, covered in snow. Now, something else that's a little different from the last time that I was here, this sign right here. It says, no matter what your vaccination status, anything in cloistered areas like the rim areas for the viewing, you must wear a mask. So even though this is outside, you still have to wear a mask. I don't mind so much because it is cold outside and the mask creates warmth. Okay guys, so let's talk about the differences in visiting while it is a frozen tundra up here versus when we normally visit. Very, very different experience. A lot of the walkways are closed off because of the ice that is apparently everywhere. It is very chilly, and when the wind hits you out here right now, it goes to the bone, which is a much different experience than obviously when we have visited in late spring or early summer before. Now, the Grand Canyon has a very special place in my heart, so I wanted to see it during this time of year also. Typically, the North Rim is already closed by now, but the South Rim stays open. But it's very limited on how much accessibility that you can have whenever there's inclement weather like there has been. So that's just kind of something. Now, I told you at the beginning of the video we were going to stay in the campground, but there was like this ice hill and I didn't feel comfortable doing that. If you have a four-wheel drive and you want to get out to the Grand Canyon, this is a great time for you to come out if you like to do some things like that. I will say that. Lots of the forest roads around here are fun to play on and stuff like that, but that's not in my story for me and Dimples, that's for sure. I want to show you a few more of these beautiful views of the sunset over the canyon. It is again a very special place to me, and I know this is kind of a different kind of video. It's a shorter video, but I just wanted to share this special moment while I'm on the road, and I was so close. And in a minute I'll tell you why this place is so special to me, but let's look around a little bit more. Now, you know I like to always add a little bit of factual details in here, so this is a great way to do it. We are on the south rim, and we are currently at 7,129 feet, which is a far different story than the north rim, which is over 1,000 feet higher. Now, the Grand Canyon was made because of the Colorado River and its persistence to get from point A to point B. So over time, it slowly wore away at the canyon itself. Now, from the top of the south rim to the river level is over 5,000 feet of elevation change, which is why if you ever come out here and decide to do one of the into the canyon hikes, you need to be prepared. They are not easy little hikes. Another thing though, if we are looking at the south rim all the way over to the north rim, it is over 10 miles difference between the two. So when we look back at the rim, again, I'm going to go back over there, know that what you're seeing on the opposite side is 10 miles away. So way over there in the distance, 10 miles is fading into the sunset. It's gorgeous out here. I think one of my favorite things about coming here is seeing it at this time of day. It's beautiful all the time. I've hiked the entire south rim. It's gorgeous, every viewpoint amazing. But this time of day, you see the pinks and the purples and the blues just kind of fading into the orange of the sun. It's gorgeous, guys. It's gorgeous. Now, I have watched the sunset here on 3 separate occasions, not counting today, and I've watched it in different locations. Currently, it looks like this is the only location that we can actually come to and see that because of the weather, but it's gorgeous just the same. So beautiful. And if you go out onto the point, kind of look down, you can actually see all the way to that Colorado River. It's just spectacular. As we look out one more time at the canyon itself, you can see the difference in the different kinds of stone, and each layer tells a different story. Right in front of us we have these almost like a chalky, almost white colored rock, and then down closer toward the base of the canyon it's this vibrant red orange. Off in the distance, the hilltops are almost like a painted greeny purple color. And then right over here to the right, you have this amazing tan. Now, I can definitely understand why they have areas roped off, because typically during the regular season when people are out here walking around, they are everywhere. I mean, including on the rocks, and it's very dangerous right now. So it totally makes sense. But just being able to come out to at least this point and seeing it, it's like a breath of beauty and fresh air all at once, and it's just amazing. And wow, how could you not be in awe of the gorgeousness back here? I mean, wow. That's the point we just were on a while ago. You'll see it's a great protected way to come out and take your selfie and stay safe. However, the last time I was here, I actually saw somebody out on these boulders. No idea how they got there. That is a good 20 feet of distance between those two structures, so I have no idea. But yeah, that's why areas are roped off. Also, the area is devoid of some of the normal critters that are out during the warmer part of the month. I've heard some birds chirping, and I did see an elk. However, some of the smaller critters around now are probably hiding out somewhere. So, I mean, that makes sense, but just the same. It's almost like you have the canyon to yourself in many of these places that normally are like crawling with people. And oh my goodness, I'm just like squirrel, 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 squirrel. Oh, and I think you can see why. We gotta watch our step. That's ice. Oh yeah, let's not do that. So we'll continue looking down. Another good reason to always look down at the Grand Canyon, that is at least a foot drop off. Nope, nope, and nope. That is definitely new since the last time I was here. I'll be back whenever it's warmer for sure. Yeah, we have a lot of exploring to do. Okay, we just have a little bit further and then we're gonna go back to the van because it is getting more and more chilly out here. And as you can see, the sun is about to just boop, be gone. And I still have to find a campsite for the night. So let's stay vigilant about this ice because ice field, good times. Okay, that's not so bad. Whoop, whoop. Now, if you've seen my first video of me coming to the Grand Canyon, I actually stepped out in this area right here with my friend Pam, and that was one of our first glances into the canyon. I mean, hello and welcome to the Grand Canyon. Gorgeous, right? Okay, now that we're almost back to the Visitors Center, I wanted to share with you something that I personally experienced while I was here. The first time that I ever took off on a road trip, the very, very first time, I had a goal of coming to the Grand Canyon. I'd never been before, and it was my one-off bucket list thing that I just thought would be kind of cool. I packed up my car and I came here, and along the way I had lots of little adventures with my friend Pam. It was super fun, but the goal was always to get to this location, and we had so much fun along the way. But somewhere along the South Rim, when we were hiking the entirety of it, I just had this moment that just brought joy to me, and it really lit me up inside. At the time I was struggling with some sciatica issues. I was having to sit down every so often and just rest, and it was really hard. But the more that I kept going, the more that I prevailed and saw more gorgeous views. And something in my head kind of clicked that this is important and this is what I'm going to be doing. And ever since then, no matter what kind of obstacle I've faced, I have continued to share videos with you guys. And I think that that's what's super important, is finding the thing that inspires you to do something epic and to get outside of your comfort zone and just to keep pushing and going. And for me, it was the Grand Canyon. So now that we're going back toward the Visitor Center, we're remasked up. I don't know exactly where I parked Dimples. I think I parked over by the bike shop, which is like my favorite place to get like a sandwich before a hike along the rim, just so you know. But I'm not sure where that is from where I currently am. So let's find Dimples. What's interesting is the irony of all ironies. This is not the first time that I have misplaced my route slightly. Yeah, in fact, in that first video series, Pam and I somehow managed to get off of the trail, and then we ended up walking alongside the road, and we had no idea where we were going. Some things don't change. Hi, Pam. I think it was me. It might not have just been you. It was both of us. There's Dimples. Okay, yay. I just had a really big scare. And when I say really big scare, I thought that I'd parked in a spot I wasn't supposed to, and they towed me, but they didn't, thank goodness. I just parked on the opposite parking lot. Oh my goodness. Talk about panic. Now, off to find another campsite. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure that you leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, consider coming to the Grand Canyon. It could change your life, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Bye, guys.